This is Sparta!
It is not birth, but virtue that makes a noble man. Never let fatigue get the best of you. A true hero is one who has the courage to face death, but also the wisdom to avoid it. Throughout history there have been a series of warriors who have exceeded the limits of influence of their time, being remembered for centuries for a series of particularities that make them examples of what a warrior should be and serving as a model for millions of people throughout history. Possibly the most remembered warriors throughout history are the Spartans and, therefore, in this video I am going to tell you 10 life lessons that these warriors left behind. Train hard and constantly. At a very young age, the Spartans were separated from their families to suffer hardships and shortages of food and water, forcing the children to steal and survive however they could, while making them compete in games and training. With the passing of the years his training became harder and the tasks occupied his whole life for years. And I am not telling you that to train hard you will be separated from yourself and go hungry or something like that. I am telling you to train as hard as possible in mind and body and spirit every day to reach your maximum splendor. Abraza el dolor, embrace pain. The Spartans and many warriors throughout history say that pain was a natural part of growing up and getting stronger. Don't be afraid of pain, embrace it and get over it to achieve your goals. Associate with key people. Sparta, despite being an independent city at the time, knew how to associate with different Greek polis such as Athens, to face logistical and tactical challenges in the war and during the Battle of Thermopylae. Likewise, the organization must identify in its business model those key partners that can contribute and be essential for the development of its strategy and achieve its goals. The unit, the Spartans, as a military unit, were the elite of the Greek army, since the men who made up this unit were the toughest, strongest and most trained warriors. They were famous for their phalanx formation, which consisted of each man in the formation fighting together, side by side, as a single unit. Thus, like the Spartans, our strategy works best when the organization puts all its efforts into achieving the objective set. Loyalty is characteristic of strong and noble spirits. What one says or does belongs to him completely. Therefore, the consequences are also ours. Hence, one must have a great sense of responsibility before acting or expressing oneself. Loyalty is, above all, loyalty to oneself. Ability to be consistent or coherent. To that extent, it is also a commitment to answer for actions and words. Loyalty is only typical of the strongest and noblest. Courage a virtue, an indispensable virtue. To be free according to ancient Sparta, only when you have courage can you be free. It is courage that allows you to live fully, without the ties imposed by fear. It takes courage to decide to act, especially to do great things. Samurai in battle symbolizing the way of the warrior. Courage is not blind courage. For it to be true courage it must be accompanied by intelligence and strength. Becomes an unforgettable leader, the great general, the commander of the ground forces of the Spartan army. Leonidas was a great leader who commanded his men well, since he not only followed the Spartan military rule, but also set an example on the battlefield and was not afraid of dying alongside his men. Yes, as we have mentioned in the first section, unity is strength. It is also necessary that we have a leader or, failing that, leaders, who guide the organization's strategy, its execution, and who inspire our Spartans in times of difficulty. Compassion must always be present. The strength and power that one has must be used for the good of all people. This is how the path of the warrior points out, which also insists on the enormous value of solidarity. This is a forcefully embellishing feature. Compassion is not just a feeling, but must be translated into concrete actions. Take risks no matter what. Many times, we find ourselves in situations where we have to make important and risky decisions, and it is normal to feel fear or uncertainty. However, it is also important to remember that taking risks can lead us to achieve incredible things. Taking risks in life also allows us to learn from our mistakes. While we won't always be successful at everything we try, each experience provides us with an opportunity to learn and improve. And here comes this video. I hope you have written down these lessons so that you can improve every day, no matter what day is bad or good. We don't see the next one.